Hello, Sean.
Hey,
How are you doing over there? Having a great week?
it is a wonderful week because I finally got my life back after all the kids are out of school and I don't have to go there six or
You're gonna
seven times a day. So
you're gonna
yes,
be less of a taxi here in short order, aren't you?
it's wonderful and and frankly it's just very disruptive, right? Because I'm working for 30 minutes then this, and then I have to jump in the car and go 45 minutes here and then 30 minutes
Yeah,
on that. Yeah,
it's almost more like you're getting 5 minutes when you have that kind of interruption.
it's really really hard. So
Yeah.
so here on out, starting tomorrow morning, I'm going to be much more focused on dynamo development and all of these sort of kids things are behind me. Look, everybody has to, I got four kids. I got to take care of my kids, but those guys are number one. But now I really get to focus on my true passion, which is dynamo. And so yes, I'm going to be much more visible in the Discord and much more visible in terms of updates too. So yep,
All righty.
yep,
Well, let's jump into this. I know we've
yep.
got a number of items here. The first one is the investor marketing campaign. I believe we are really close to launching that. I
Hmm.
believe potentially next week.
Yeah, I think we have so we went through the whole sort of marketing funnel analysis, looking at our basic content, and then trying to present what are our fundamental value propositions, translating those into like pillar concepts, and then trying to get people to convert based on those things. And so we're in the first phase of this. What is Dynamo about? What is our fundamental value proposition? We've got five or six really great propositions, which I think I outlined in the white paper in the beginning, and I think are true still today. And so we're going to try to push those out there just to reinforce what is Dynamo about. Why are we better than everybody else? And then we're going to try to funnel down onto all the different use cases and try to get people to convert to us. So yeah,
Right.
this is coming.
All
Mm-hmm.
right. And like you said, this is the first phase. We're also keeping in
Yeah,
mind the current market situation, and we're not trying to just go all out all at
yeah,
once. It's really just the start.
yeah, yeah.
All righty. Let's talk about the proof of stake vote and what's coming up next.
Proof of stake passed by an overwhelming majority. So we had previously established 85% for the minimum passing percentage. We have 94 to 95% of coins voting to adopt a proof of stake paradigm, hybrid proof of stake, proof of work paradigm, which we proposed. And so that was earlier this morning. That passed. I am going to start development on that. We have a Medium article that was posted, and we're going to push that forward. And again, we really want everybody to chime in on how can we make this valuable? How can we bring additional people into the project based on hybrid proof of work, proof of stake? I think those things are important. But we have a great foundation for building this. So, yep,
That's right. Yeah. I read the article, and it's got
Yep.
a tentative timeline in it. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously that's subject to change, but you've got some goals set for the various elements that you need to get built along the way. And
Yeah.
at this point, assuming you don't run into any roadblocks, looks like it's just a little over a couple months away.
Couple months. I would say it's it's probably 2 to 3 weeks of development, and then 5 to 6 weeks of testing. We're gonna
Right.
get a lot of testing. So
I just got a note, by the way, that article will be posted right after this video. So it's not quite out yet, but it'll be out very shortly.
yep.
All right. Then that covers that, I believe. And let's go on to the comedy game show. What are the updates on that?
Yeah. So we've had lots of people are on vacation and touring and whatever else. So we've had some difficulty with scheduling our sponsor to do this. So I am going to independently produce several game shows in the interim. We've had a commitment from our sponsor to go on June 28th. I really don't want to wait that long, and so we have another call to do some mock game shows over the next 2 to 3 weeks. The first one is probably going to be next Monday-ish. We have a call on Saturday to try to start that up. But again, all the technology's done, all of the content is done, everything is working. I think this is something we can really run with very strong. So we're going to push this out no matter what. But
right. Is that Nick who's going to be starting the test, or is Nick?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about then Total Mayhem. What's the latest there?
So, I've been working with Russell and Alex on producing the game trailers, the game development document, a whole sort of venture capital sales cycle thing. Again, Russell and Alex are from a AAA game development background, and so they are not really attuned to the whole sort of crypto cycle, and so their position is we should come out with a 100% polished, ready to go product before we do anything, and so we are working on that, and I am continuing to work with them on that. We have a wonderful game trailer. I wish I could share it with you, but
that's completed, right? They got that done.
Yes. Okay. No. The game trailer is second to none. I mean, if you looked at this thing, you would say, "Oh my God, this is $1 million project. This it's incredible." There's no question about it that the people behind this are real. So yeah, I wish I could share it. I can't, but it's absolutely wonderful. And then we have a almost playable demo. Again, I can't share it unfortunately, but it's really really close. So, yeah, we've had we've spent a ton of money and a ton of time building this technology behind this. So it's all in progress. Yeah.
And then you've got a couple of new hires to help out with the other two games, right?
I do. So I have two people working on the text MMO and the Mythic Raiders 3v3 battle as well. So yep. So we're gonna both of those things, both of those things are 100% under my control, and so I am going to definitely, as I already have done, share continuous updates on those. You're going to see screenshots and gameplay demos of those things on an ongoing basis. But
all right.
Yes, yeah, I have two people working on those things.
I'm sure it'll be good for you to have some help.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. To offload some things. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then let's wrap things up with the new web wallet version 2. Yeah. What's the latest there? I know it's launched, but it's not necessarily 100% complete yet.
Yeah, so we have a couple of items that we need to still add to that. I think voting, is one of them. NFTs seems to be working at this point, so you can mint your own NFTs on the web wallet. Obviously, you can get your balance, your transactions, you can send and receive. All that stuff is working, but there was some question in the community about like open sourcing this thing. Um, you know, the person who contributed the source code had a genuine concern about phishing. So if somebody set up, if someone used their source code to set up a bogus website, which would ask for your 12-word phrase or your password or anything. There may be some current concern there, and I agree. There is a concern there, and we need to balance that against being open source. And I've always been in favor of being open source, being transparent, and allowing the thing. And we've had a lot of discussions about that. So I think in the end, we resolved it that the person who developed this code, wanted to clean it up a little bit, just to make it presentable, and then we would open source it. I just want to be clear to everyone that we're not trying to create any kind of closed source secret code stuff at all. That's not our ethos, right? We're always about making everything very accessible. But we're trying to balance that. First of all, with a person who committed a ton of time, their personal time, with no financial benefit whatsoever, and their request to say, hey, let's not open source this. So we're trying to balance that, right?
Balancing security with it is certainly a valid concern.
Very important. Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
And then I believe the swap functionality is also yet to come for the new web wallet too, right?
We'll have that. We'll have that. Yeah, the swaps in the new wallet is easy, so we'll have that shortly.
Right. Voting, as I understand it, is already done. We just didn't roll it out for this one to prevent confusion. But yeah, okay.
Yep. And then staking, of course, will be right on the heels of all of this. We'll have in wallet staking during the release of whenever we do proof of stakes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. All right. Well, I think that brings us to the end of this. Yeah. Are you ready for a good summer?
I'm ready for being able to focus on Dynamo because I really, I honestly have not been able to focus a lot of my energy on Dynamo over the last, I don't know, let's say 4 to 6 weeks. It's been very difficult because all of the end of year kids things going on. And then, honestly, I had a real life opportunity to make a lot of money with a third party retailer, and so I legitimately spent a bunch of my time focusing on that. Now that all those things are gone, I'm back. So expect to see me much more active on all the fronts. Starting tomorrow. I don't have to get up and take any kids to school tomorrow. everything is done. So yeah, it's tomorrow is a new dawn for me. So yep.
Very good. Good to hear.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Thank you for the kind words, Pun. We like trying to update as much as we can too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think that wraps things up for this one. And if at all possible, we'll be back next week with more.
Yep. Definitely.
All right. Be well, everyone.